Ida for outing my straight best friend after he hooked up with me? Edit, everyone is calling me horrific things. I am genuinely fucking sobbing. I was told to put this comment of mine up. I hate making it front and center, but everybody is imagining me do the absolute worst and vile things. This is how it went down. As I also mention, I was significantly more drunk and he was the one in control. He wasn't the one left with bruises. He wasn't the one left with aches and pains and bloody underwear. I was. People want to act like I'm some violent criminal, when a part of me feels like it's completely the opposite way around. I'm by no means saying he raped me, I consented, but had I been sober things would have been a lot different. I basically came out of it feeling like a punching bag, both emotionally and physically. Original post. I, 22M, have been best friends with Jake, 23M, since high school. Jake has always identified as straight and has even poked fun at me being gay when we were younger, nothing overtly hateful, but stuff like, "You're lucky I'm secure in my masculinity, bro," or "Don't fall in love with me, haha." Recently, Jake went through a bad breakup with his girlfriend of 3 years. He was heartbroken and turned to me for support. We started hanging out more, and one night, after a few too many drinks, things got kinda intimate. He kissed me first, and I was shocked. But I went with it because I've always had a low-key crush, I'm practically in love, on him. One thing led to another, and we ended up sleeping together. The next morning, Jake completely freaked out. He apologized over and over, saying it was a mistake, that he was just drunk, and that he's definitely not gay. I told him it was fine, but I was hurt, not just because he brushed it off, but because it felt like he was ashamed of what happened. Since then, he's been distant. When I tried to talk to him, he shut me down and said I should forget it ever happened. That hurt even more. I felt used, like I was just an experiment or a way for him to cope with his breakup. Here's where it gets messy. A few days ago, we were at a party with mutual friends, and someone jokingly asked if Jake and I had ever hooked up. Jake laughed and said, "No way, I'd never do anything with a guy," and added some rude comment like I have standards. I'd never be that desperate. I saw red. Without thinking, I said, "Well, that's funny, because you didn't seem to have any last weekend." The room went painfully and awkwardly silent. Jake stormed out, and now everyone knows. Some of our friends are saying I was out of line for outing him, but others think he had it coming after the way he treated me. Jake hasn't spoken to me since, and I'm starting to feel guilty. Ida for outing my best friend after he tried to humiliate me?